Hello everyone, welcome to the Agro Times. I'm Olivia as usual. You remember the previous video I told you we are sending samples of pumpkins to Kenya for marketing. Finally the pumpkins reached the quality and today we are harvesting. We are loading the first truck to Kenya and right now I'm in the shamba, I'm in the farm. These are the pumpkins we are harvesting now. I'm just going to do a simple illustration to the workers we've got today, daily workers, on how to harvest pumpkins. Then we show you when we are loading to the weighing scale. So market for pumpkin is available. I won't say much. I said a lot in the previous video on the measurements, management, and other stuffs concerning pumpkins, unless when you have a question or you have something to know about pumpkin. So I'm going to simply illustrate for these workers and show them how we need the pumpkins to be harvested. So I'm showing them simply how to harvest the pumpkin. First of all, when we are to know the pumpkin is ready, this handle, it should be yellowish in color, not dry. We harvest when it is yellow, not dry, not green. So omenere not. Okitegee kano ka handle kalina okola ki okubaako ate timugakolobola wemumala ota wantu wamena erindi wata wantu timumena iribanga lya kikonda kino okutolako nga tayipu eno okitegeire mukitegeire ati aya mundage kusampu mutandikire side dere. So womena olenga ata mukavera mujja kusombera wale yes ng'olitawo bulungi oti So guys, right there is the agriculture officer, my mentor. I call him my dad in agriculture. I can introduce him so and tell us a little bit about pumpkin farming and farming at large in my district.
Yeah, I'm good from Galia, a person with an interest in pumpkin growing. I've known to understand pumpkin as a crop which is manageable, especially for the rural poor. One, it's easier to manage. It's not as tedious as most of other crops. The most important thing with the pumpkins, one, is healthy to eat it. It's very nutritious, especially to children, pregnant women, the mothers, and then the elderly, because of the nutritive value it is somehow contained. You realize most people are not in a position to access some of the nutritive value food. But when somebody accesses the pumpkin, it's like he's accessing some of the nutritive contents that he or she may miss because of maybe either being poor or that is not able to access it. Pumpkin, right from the seed, it's very nutritive. Then the contents of pumpkin itself, if somebody doesn't eat it as food, can dry it and make it in powder form to make a porridge. So it's quite a crop that is really very much interesting. And on top of that, we have been hit by the climate change issues. Our soils, most soils have been affected because of the climate factors. So with pumpkin, it's like a cover crop, and once it grows, there is a lot of protection that's given to the soil, and then in the long run, the soil will be actually conserved and to build its fertility. And then in terms of marketing, there's a lot of market that is seen on the pumpkin within Uganda and across especially Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania. There are a lot of buyers that are reaching us to giving us assurance that there is market. This field was done as a trial, as we were trying to look to have assurance for the market. So once it is proved that the market is assured, just as the marketeers have reached us, this one is going to give us an inspiration to to go into massive production. We have already engaged some farmers in the field, but we couldn't engage them further because we were not sure of the market. But if the marketeers, especially like this one who has come to buy the product today, if he assures us that their market, they already people who are ready to produce more, and definitely it will be something that will add value, especially the rural farmers. Most farmers have got a question: which crop can they really produce with minimum cost, given that people have less capital? Some people have land, but they cannot utilize it because of some of the crops are labor intensive. But I find pumpkins to be a bit simpler to manage in terms of costs. Uh, so if somebody has got land, because pumpkin can even be grown even if land hasn't been plowed, but if it is cleared well, give it a good hole, apply manure, pumpkin will grow because pumpkin is a wild crop. So we are actually trying to get assurance of the market. Then some of the challenges, especially like this particular crop, I think it would have done a little better than it has done today. But we had the hailstorm when it was trying to establish the roots were trying to establish. There was heavy rain and hailstorm, a lot of hailstorm and rain, and all the crop was smashed, and it had to just revive itself. So that one tended to make it do a little. It didn't do like it was supposed to do because of that effect of the hailstorm. Because it was too much, all the roots were dismantled, so the crop had to establish itself afresh. Then the other thing, the extended droughts, although pumpkins are quite tolerant to drought, but somewhere somehow, especially when it's trying to put on the pods. If the drought is extensive, then it will affect its production. With pests, it's quite not as much, although it's there, but it is quite manageable. It's not as frequent as other crops. So I find I find the pumpkins to be a bit conducive, especially to the poor farmer in our rural community, and we intend basically to make sure that we popularize it to other farmers. Then the other challenge is the seed. What is the quality of the seed? What's the variety of the seed that's really needed on the market? That's quite a challenge, because being new in the production of pumpkins, it was quite very difficult for me to access seed that is really required to the buyer. So in this context, I would maybe ask the people, all the marketeers who are interested, support this crop, the really to avail seed, the right seed to the farmers, or to avail the right seed to the seed to the producers. So if that one is done, yeah, then I think production will be a bit more. Then with pumpkins, need a lot of manure. You need to use organic manure, chicken manure, and of course all that is costly. So those are some of the costs. The fertilization issue is some of is among the challenges that may really face the farmer if we so need to go into production. But in case the marketeers are interested in massive production, then there's need to support the farmers in terms of such costs. Otherwise, thank you, and I look forward to produce more. I look forward to engage to other marketers to make sure that we popularize this crop in the community. Thank you so much.